So let's create a user role relationship in this episode and some of the other mistakes or the bugs we have. So with that, welcome back to Bitfumes and I'm your host Sarthak and this is a channel where I talk about Laravel and the cool thing about Laravel. So if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like Bitfumes on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So let's see how we can create the relationship. I think you already know, but I will always going to teach you. So go to model, admin, and this admin, and here we will create the relationship. So I will create a function and function name is simply role or instead roles. Okay, and what it will return, it will return dollar this, and what kind of relationship it will be. So one user can have many roles and one role can be assigned to many users, so like many to many relationship. So it should be like belongs to many. And now we have to give the role model address, so that should be app slash model slash admin slash roles, not roles, simply role. Okay, and let's open the tinker. So I will open tinker. Okay, maximize it for you. Okay, so here I will say php artisan tinker, and here I will again find app slash model slash admin find with id of, let's see what id we have, id of 3, so id of 3, and yeah, we have this. And let's just say arrow roles, and it says table block series admin underscore role table does not exist. So is that admin underscore roles table, and that should be role, not roles. So it's okay, and refresh. Yeah, it says empty because we don't have any relationship. So let's give relationship. So admin id is 3, role id is 4, and it's 1. So let's see, do we have any id with role 4? Yeah, we have. Great. So run again and you can see we have this relationship. So that's okay. So we have completed the relationship part. So save this, close this, and here that should be roles, not role. Okay, and this thing we are doing in the store function. And if I open my admin folder and the role controller, you can see we are giving this syncing part for the permission on the update but not on the store part. So we have to give that same thing here also. So that's okay. So let's just verify and create new role so that we can see we are getting anything. So that should be new role just for checking. So submit and edit once more. Yeah, we have. So now we don't want this. Okay, so that's correct. So this is a mistake I'm just telling in the starting of this episode. Okay, so we have this thing, and same thing we have to do on the update part. So when we update any user, then after updating we have to sync the roles also. Okay, so that's good, and let's go refresh and let's edit the roles. So role edit here, and you can see firstly we have given role of 4 to id 3, which is for this user, but we cannot see any checkbox checked that role is writer. If you go to roles table, you can see id of 4 is writer, but you cannot see it, that thing. So that is because we have to loop through once more for this. So I will say for each, and for each of user arrow roles, then I will say user underscore role, and here if user underscore role arrow id is equal to role arrow id, then simply say checked. Okay, so go back, refresh, and you can see now writer is checked. So that's very nice. So once change this, editor not writer, submit. It says unknown column role in the field list when you update. Okay, that is because you can see we are giving everything to update whenever we are updating, and this will also include role, but we don't want to give the role. We only want the roles for this syncing purpose. So I will go, I have given there here accept, so I'm removing this while updating, and refresh one more time, and it says roles on integer. This is because, and let's go here, and here just return user, and what this user is, actually this is the updated user. Yeah, okay, so let's see what we are getting. We are getting 1. So actually this function, this update function, just return true or false, 1 or 0. It's not getting the instance of the user. So what I will do to sync particular user, I'm not going to use $user because it's just an integer. That's the error is saying also. So I will just say admin : find with the ID of this, and then sync the role. So now if I go back, refresh, and let's just give publisher also, submit, and yes, we have. Let's edit it, and oops, you can see we have publisher and writer both for this particular user. So this is the important thing I want to show you. So let's just complete this. Okay, I want my name to be perfect, and that should be editor. Okay, and submit. So one thing is that how we are going to see which user is assigned which role. So I think we need a system here, or a new column which says the roles assigned to the user. So for that, let's just go to show part of the users. So show is here, and here I will give username and assigned roles, I think. So that should be here. And now what I have to do, firstly I have to loop through the roles because there can be many roles. So for each dollar user arrow roles as role, and here I will give one by one other other roles. So that should be like dollar role arrow name, and I have to give a comma so that there is a separation. Okay, so let's once more refresh, and you can see it has writer, publisher. Okay, and same thing, let's assign some role here. Status is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Submit. Yeah, so writer editor is here. So that is very nice. So we have given, so now we can understand which user has assigned which role. So that should be one more assigned roles, because here at the bottom it's not clear. So now it's done, and in the next episode we are going to log in the user, this users, with the status, and if the status is 0, we can give the return the message that you are not active person, please contact admin. So as we have some time left, let's tweak something. You can see the footer is not correctly designed, so we have to say here our company name. So I will go to layouts footer, and before that I will close every other tab. Okay, and here at the bottom you can see it says copyright 2014 to 2016. So instead what I can say 2016 to, now here I will say carbon slash carbon colon colon. If I say now, let's see what happened. So go back, refresh. You can see it's giving whole the time, but I don't want this. I want year. So only year. Let's see how we can say. No, this is not going to work. So maybe if I say arrow year, refresh, and yeah, you can see 16 arrow 17. So you don't have to worry about in the future. When 2018 came, it will be like 2016-2018. And here comes Bitfumes. So Bitfumes Webnology. Okay, and yeah, bitfumes.com. So this is good. Refresh, and yes, the version name, it doesn't matter. Okay, so all right, and yeah, so we don't need these kind of notification type things. Maybe in the other series we will do these things. So now we have to open the header, and in the header you can see if I click here, it's not doing anything. So we have to fix this. So Bitfume blog, and this route has to be route of admin.home. I think this is a route, so we have to check web. Yeah, admin.home is a route. Okay, so refresh, click, and yeah, we are on the admin home. Next, see what we have. We have to delete these things. So let's delete these things. You have 4 messages. No, I don't have any messages. So we have to close this thing, and good, refresh. This is gone. Likewise, we have to delete this one also and this one also. So 1, 2, and done. Refresh. Yeah, very clean. Now here obviously the user which is logged in has to be the name of that user. So this will be like auth colon colon user arrow name. Very nice. But I think we have to do something else. What we have to do? Let's go to admins, and if I say here only Sarthak with a small s, you can see it's also a small s, but this is not we want. So what I can do, we can say uppercase first. Okay, FIRST, that should be okay. So refresh, and yeah, it's done. And this same thing we need to do on the this part, but this is not a very clear thing. So what I can do, I can use accessor or mutator type things. So I have to go to the user model. So I will close this thing. I will open user, that means the admin model, and here I will say public function, and what the function we need to create the accessor. So let's go to Laravel documentation. So in this way you can see how to use the documentation. So here I will just say accessor. So mutator and accessor, and what an accessor will do, we will define accessor for the first name attribute. Okay, so whenever we are accessing this thing, so we are going to uppercase this one. So let's just copy this part and paste here. So we have to be make sure get first name attribute, but we don't have any first name, we only have a name. So we have to remove this first from here and get name attribute. In the middle it will be the field of your column. Okay, so then uppercase the value. So we have created this thing, and you can see we have not doing anything here on for the uppercase type of thing. Let's go here, refresh, and yes, it is uppercased. Okay, so now let's do same thing for sidebar dot blade, and here comes same thing. So Sarthak Shrivastav, but the name is only Sarthak. Okay, so this thing is here, and this gear sign I don't want. So again, open header, and where is the gear? Gear is here. Wow, gear is here. Very nice. Okay, so this thing is here, and this is good, but this is not good. Okay, so now again, we have to do same thing as here, and web developer, and obviously we can change this if we have some data. So member, since we have to do same thing, but created underscore act, and member since, oops, what have created at not found. Oh, and that should not be a function. Okay, yeah, so if I say it says member since, it's not having any created at, because if I go here, I have told you this first one is I have written hard coded. So let's just copy this date here and paste it here. Now if I refresh and see, yeah, but I again don't want this thing, so I will open Carbon, and Carbon documentation will give you how you can get the various formats of the date. So what I want, just like November 2016, like that. So I think this is the way we can do the, okay, so we have to same thing. So go back, and now we have to say arrow this to formatted date string, refresh and go back. Yeah, July 28 2017. That's very nice. And just fix this one. So logout button should be like button. Okay, so what's the problem with the logout button? You can see we don't have any class for this button. So let's give this a class. We have class, but it is pulled right only. So we will say pulled pull right. Okay, so refresh, and yes, logout button is looking nice. Follower, sales, friends, we don't want these things. So this list li will go off. Refresh, that's okay. Yeah, that's very cool. And you can see it says blank page. Really? No, it's not to be blank page, and that has to be something else, or I think we can delete this. So we have to go to views, and in the user show part, you can see it says this one. I don't want this. Refresh, that's okay, but it's giving again error some kind of. Okay, so maybe what I can say, Bitfume page, whatever you can do, Bitfumes page. Okay, yeah, it's all start here. You can give something. Let's create something awesome. So that should be awesome. Okay, and you can see this thing is having common in every page. So what I suggest you, what happened this one, line 23. Okay, you can see we are giving this, but role does not have any middleware of auth. So we have to make sure every model has middleware of auth. So again, role don't have any middleware. So let's give this middleware. So role is having this middleware of admin auth tag, or has user, also has permission, don't have, so permission also has to be middleware of that category, has. Okay, when I go refresh one more time, yeah, so what I will going to, I will get this thing and place this somewhere else. So I will say page head, maybe I will now name it, so I will say include includes dot page head, but that should be for admin only. So we have decided that this include folder will only have the files which are common to user and admin both, but this one is not for both one, so I can put this inside the layouts. So I will say page head dot blade dot php and paste this so that I can use this in every page, and that should not be inside include, that should be inside admin dot layouts dot page head, and with a small h. So now what can I do, as we have here, and now I can paste this thing everywhere. So we just have to paste it. This is a time consuming work, so you can do this thing everywhere. I will already do this thing. Okay, so let's see what else remains here. I think we have completed many things, and we will meet in the next episode with some few things left, and like the like system in the front end and the authorization of the user according to his role in the back end. Okay, and some tweaks for this icons also, and we will move, I think, the role and permission inside user and category and tag inside post. We will see all these things and everything in this series, in this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like Bitfumes on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we will meet in the next episode. Till then, keep watching and bye bye.